What's up, Rad fam? Recently, I fell down a rabbit hole on the internet, specifically on YouTube, about the Mandela effect and all the examples of it, and it is mind-blowing. If you don't know what the Mandela effect is right now, we are going to get into that in just a second. It is just like this crazy theory that will blow your mind, and there are a plethora of examples of it that people have found and shared on the internet, and oh my goodness, I can't stop reading about it. It blows my mind. So let's get to it. To start off this video, I think it's really important to cover what the Mandela effect is and how it originated. So the Mandela effect is a unexplainable phenomenon that you've probably experienced without knowing it. Let that sink in for a second. I'm going to give you a second to digest it. If this is new to you, you are in for a treat today. The Mandela effect is what the internet is calling those curious instances in which many of us are certain, absolutely 100% certain of something is a particular way, like the spelling of something or a logo or a TV show episode even, or even like a major life event happening on a specific day. You are 100% certain it happened the way you think it happened, and not only that, other people agree with your version of events. Okay, so we have that established. Well, guess what? Then you find out that didn't actually happen or didn't happen the way you think it happened, regardless of how many people agree with you. How? What? Is that sinking in? Did I explain that right? Okay. I know Charlie. It's really interesting, huh? Charlie's back. Now, you might be wondering why the heck it is called the Mandela effect. Well, it's named after a person and a real life event that kind of started this all. The name of the theory comes from many people feeling certain that they could remember Nelson Mandela dying while he was still in prison back in the 80s. Nelson Mandela was a civil rights activist and was imprisoned for many years, and in the 80s, people remember broadcast specials, like on the news, that he passed away while in prison. Well, that didn't actually happen. Contrary to what many thought, Mandela's actual death was on December 5th, 2013, despite some people claiming they remember seeing clips of his funeral service on TV. People could swear that they had these memories of him actually dying. Well, not like they had memories of like him dying, but memories of watching his televised funeral, seeing pictures of it, hearing on the news that he had died in prison. What I think is even crazier is that he didn't die in prison. He was released from prison, lived many, many years, and he stayed in the spotlight too. It wasn't like Nelson Mandela went away after he was released from prison. He went on to do lots of great things for his country and for civil rights. Now here's where the real twist comes, okay? So you have these memories that you're so certain that you have and other people agree with you, and then comes to find out, no. It didn't happen the way you think it did, or it didn't even happen. But here is the major twist on why some people think those memories and why they're so positive that they're factual. This is how they try to explain it. So while some people might think their memory sucks or that they're having false memories, other people try to explain that the Mandela effect is actually parallel universes crossing. What you remember actually did happen, but somehow at some point you crossed over to another parallel universe seamlessly until you recall those memories, because they're slightly different in the universe that you are in now than the one that you were in when those memories were created. Does that make any sense? It is a head scratcher, okay? Now you might be thinking, oh, that's just a crazy, wacky conspiracy theory. And you know what? Yeah. It's also really fun though. So let's get into the actual examples. So the first one we're covering is Pikachu. Okay, take a moment. I'll show a picture on the screen. This is what many of us think Pikachu looks like, right? Like you would agree, like that's Pikachu. Well, guess what, guys? That's not Pikachu. I mean, it is Pikachu, but it's not how Pikachu was actually presented. Do you know what's different? The tail. Look at the tail. Apparently, Pikachu's tail actually doesn't have a black tip to it. Now, if you're a diehard Pokemon fan, you might think, well, yeah, it doesn't have black on it. And you know what? Good for you. Maybe you were in that universe. But I distinctly remember his tail having a black tip. I don't understand. Where did the black tip go? Where did it even come from? Why am I remembering this? Why are other people remembering this? What is going on? This whole theory has my brain just like melting into goo, into conspiracy theory goo, basically. I have no idea how to explain this other than we're all collectively having false memories. These memories, for some reason, are impressionable and moldable by some outside factor. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. Now, this one would fall under like the spelling / logo, I guess, of the Mandela effect. Okay, take a look at this. Do you see anything peculiar? Anything different? Anything weird? No? Because I do. How the heck do you spell whiteout? Because I remember spelling whiteout like the word white, W-H-I-T-E, and then out, O-U-T. Well, apparently that is not correct. I mean, it is grammatically correct, but apparently when it comes to the actual product, that is not how you spell it. I mean, this one is a little more understandable how people misremember, right? Because it's spelling. Lots of people aren't great at spelling anyways. Maybe a lot of people didn't even notice the logo ever, because I guess I never really took the time to really study the logo of whiteout. So if you never took the time to study how a brand might misspell their product intentionally, I guess it would be very easy to assume it would be spelled the correct way, so then you would misremember it. I don't know. It's weird though. I feel like I would have noticed that there was no H. What do you think? How do you remember it? Do you remember it being spelled like this? Again, maybe if you do, we are just in different universes. If you grew up watching Disney movies like I did, now this one might get you. According to this theory, I feel like I must have been in all these other parallel universes where these all aligned for me. I don't know. Great commentary, Kaylena. I know, thanks. It really makes you want to hit that like button and subscribe, doesn't it? Please. This next one involves Disney's Snow White, and now this is a very iconic movie. I grew up watching this movie on repeat, like every Disney movie ever. This movie has been watched by so many people so many different times for so many years now, and yet we get a huge, iconically famous, that's redundant, line in the movie wrong. It is misquoted. The very important scene where the evil queen goes up to the mirror on the wall and says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" Right? That's how it goes. That's how I remember it going. Is that how you remember it going? Well, apparently, that's not how it went in the movie. In the movie, she actually says, "Magic mirror on the wall," not "mirror, mirror." Now, an explanation for this, though, would be that the original Brothers Grimm story, which are so freaking creepy. I actually did a video on them way back in the day. I'll link it down in the description if you want to go down that crazy road. In the original story, the line is "mirror, mirror on the wall," so I guess that makes sense. That being said, I didn't read any Brothers Grimm stories until, well, a few years ago, way after watching this movie, so I don't understand how I could have that wrong in my memory. It's weird, guys. It's weird. This video is weird. This video makes me feel uncomfortable. We're living in parallel universes. I don't know. It's scary to think about, though. That's why we're doing today's video, because this is a different type of horror, guys. This is the kind that will make you question everything about life and reality and how fragile it is. Now, I think these ones are fun. If I just show you the picture, what do you see here? How do you see it? This is the original picture that I'm showing you on the screen right now. This is how the product is. Okay, so everything looks normal. Does it look normal to you? The picture I'm showing you on the screen right now is a picture of a Febreze can, right? Anything weird? Anything different? Because this is how I remember Febreze if I think of Febreze off the top of my head. Well, guess what? This picture's wrong. That's not how you spell Febreze. Apparently, it is F-E-B-R-E-Z-E, not two E's in a row. Again, it's minor, it's minute. You might not have ever thought of how to spell Febreze before. You might not have even really looked at it before, but a lot of people also agree that they remember it there being two E's. Again, trying to explain this, I guess, would be just by sound. If you never looked at the logo, you would think off the top of your head that Febreze would have double E's, but nope, it does not. And we are just all really bad spellers or, again, parallel universe. I would say this next one that we're about to cover is one that really stumps people. This is one that is really famous. It's on every list or article talking about the Mandela effect. If you go look it up on the internet, it's just everywhere. A lot of people just have different experiences and are so adamant in the experiences that they had, like people that went and saw the painting themselves of the Mona Lisa. They swear she either has a smile or she doesn't have a smile. And people will like fight in the comments about if she does or not. Now, this Mandela effect has been talked about for so long, maybe even since like the painting was created. I think it just adds really to the mystery of the painting and the character of Mona Lisa. Unlike some of the other examples, this one might actually have like a scientific explanation for it. The painting is a sort of optical illusion based on how you view the painting. So which angle you're viewing the painting at, your height, which would also contribute to the angle, duh. It changes your perception of how the colors blend together in the painting around her mouth. Setting the painting from a specific angle changes the painting and doesn't always show a smile. Is it the shadowing around her mouth? Is it the positioning of you in regards to the painting? Did Da Vinci purposefully use these tactics to add to the mystery of this iconic painting? Maybe, probably. I would love to know how you guys feel down in the comments about some of these examples. Do you remember them being one way or the other, how they are said to be in this universe right now correctly? Or are you like me and like the examples where people remember the opposite? We're all just living in a weird jumble of parallel universes apparently. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked today's video, and until next time, keep it the randomness, and I'll see you real soon. Bye!